And we are live. Oh, I dropped myself on. That was smart. Alright. As I was saying, we're live. This is the Lone Warfare. Somehow screaming up here 1 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, just to give you a quick review on there for the UFC 103 Fight Night card. We're featuring BJ Penn going against Yair Rodriguez and a possible comeback run type of fight for BJ. Yeah, at least he's coming back out of retirement for this fight. As to how he's going to do, if he ever gets a run, it's going to be a tough one to see. But anyway, I'm just going to get up here, get to the card right quick, and probably discuss along maybe some few tidbits from the news this week. But anyway, starting with the early prelims that'll be seen on Fight Pass. If I'm correct, the ladies will be starting off with the strawweight, says Nina Asanoff with a 6-5 record overall, going against Jocelyn Jones Lenbarger with a 6-3 record. A definite decision rate. 83% decision rate. Seems that a lot of the fights go to decision. And if anything else, he's somewhat of a submission fighter. Seems like both fighters are somewhat submission fighters. So also feeling for both of them will be the first time they'll probably be competing in the UFC. And it should be for a lot of folks on this card, though. As I call this card, well, y'all call it Fight Nights, I call it the Prospect Tournament. We get a bunch of worldly prospects coming around trying to do their impressions in the UFC. But as for this fight, I would probably go with Johnson. Well, probably with the better record. And I feel like with this other guy like Nina, she kind of feel like she is somewhat on the verge of never ever really getting this whole MMA thing right. Just looking back for the records. Kind of bad look. Anyway, on with the next fight. Walter Harris, the big ticket, going against Chase Sherman. This will be a heavyweight contested fight. And Chase Sherman 9-2 going against the 8-5 Harris. Both of them seems to be big time strikers. With no qualm for the submission game whatsoever. Every kind of even steaming crowd. Kind of looking at this numbers wise from both guys. Nothing else, so I might go with Harris just for maybe a bit more experience. It seems like Sherman, he might be a freaking, he might be somewhere with the beast there. These both might be somewhere with the beast, but I might go with Walter just for more experience, staying there more. And the next fight is Bojan Miljkovic. Bojan Miljkovic, if I'm pronouncing it right, a fighter from Serbia with a 10-4 record, going against Johan Christensen, a 13-4 light heavyweight prospect out from Denmark, with a 13-4 record. Oh, I felt like I repeated that. I did. I might do. Shit. But both seems to be somewhat balanced fighters. Since they're not just all about striking, well, at least we joking. Yohin. Or is it joking? Tricky there would be some enunciation in their names. Really tricky, man. But anyway, kind of looking at it numbers wise, all else it falls for me anymore. Go young, very record experience. Seems like it's gonna be a banger type of fight. I just feel like Young seems a little bit more balanced so far in his game. Again from Bojan. In the last of the early prelim fights, Saïd Asghar, a 72 fighter from France, going against Dmitry Smokovov. The Russian is 8-1. It seems like a 50% TKO to TKO ratio. That's a submission fight in a sense. That's the defend takedown as well, so he might got his majority of submissions probably from defending the takedown. Well, as we see here, seems to be also more of a striker type with maybe less ground game experience. Maybe with some of his defense seems to me, at least looking at me, he seems to have that brawler type of feel to his fighting game. Part of the morning says somebody go with Dimitri to win. And now if we quick from there, we go to the FS1 prelim fights with Devin Powell with an 8-1 record going against Drager Horsklaw with a 6-0 record with one possible draw, 6-0-1. Probably looking at it from there, I might go with Draga. Say he's from Michigan though, but it seems like he must be from Russia or somewhere with a name like Draga. I don't know. Could be somewhere but early Russian immigrant. At least I'm just guessing. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but kind of looking at it, both seem to be seeing some of the India fights since both of them are the same. Both have a job to do so. Both got good records on the site. I'm kind of go with Drago. Simone on the guest plan. And the next fight from there is Frankie Sajar versus Augusto Menez. And Sajar the 11-4 record. Probably 74% takedown defense ratio to 38% takedown accuracy. It seems like a lot of his fights he needs to go to decision. Whereas Augusto, who's the 5-1 record, seems to finish his fights with submissions. A good majority of his fights anyway. Kind of an early stat, but I might go with Frankie for the win. Excuse me, good. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Legion. As Euripides once said, nothing has more strength than dire necessity. Chill back there to get myself a drink, man. Next fight from there. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, next fight is Vitor Pesta. The fight out of Czech Republic with a 10-3 record. Going against man, it's sad. Is it second? I think it's a Seika Olenek. I'm trying to figure out this guy's name. Damn, it's freaking hard with Russian names. But the boy Constructor, whoever he be, that'd be his name, with a 50-10 record and one draw. Shit. Nice record though. I say the most impressive record I've seen for a guy who's coming into the UFC fighting for the first time, probably. 50-10 record, shit. Going against Vitor with a 10-3 record. Actually impressing himself, I'm kind of just looking for these kind of screens and lessons. Which I might kind of go with. I mean, I might go along with Master having 60 fights, so Probably it's took him that long to finally get to the UFC. Should have a weapon experience going on with him. That's about what the teams did. But the next fight from there, the final fight that should be on here for the prelim card is Tony Martin with a 10-3 record. It seems to be more of a submission fighter himself, going against Ellis White. The nickname was Spartan with an 11-2 record. And his fights in the lightweight division. It seems with Alex, he's more of a striker type, so it seems like he's going to be a striker versus grappler type of fight. For the various different styles, I feel like both of them are pretty even. Probably more along will be a picking fight itself. I feel like I might go with Tony. Yeah, it's gonna be all right taken. Not to defend the finals for both fighters, but I'm guessing. Frankly, I'm gonna guess Tony. Now, if you go from there, the main card fights now. The first one of the first fights on here will Court McGree, the Crusher, going against Ben Saunders, Killer B. Very intriguing, very interesting fight to hear to see. Probably a good chance for potential for this fight to be fired tonight. He's on his normal report. And the kind of fight he uses for ultimate fighters stand out. He's been kind of rolling along up and down somewhere in a sense. If I'm correct, he's been probably winning down slate. Just going to probably go 1-1 in his last two fights. I'm trying to think overall in his last 6 fights or so. I think he might have gone 4-2, which is pretty good. It's just been a long while. Haven't seen Court and then battling injuries, different injuries from the sorts. It looks like he's back on the scene now. He's getting ready to fight a UFC veteran here. And probably a veteran overall fighter in Ben Saunders. I should state with Court McGree, he's 19-5. And Ben Saunders is also 19-7 with 2 draws. Well, might lead that in second round. It might be 1 draw, 1 no contest. Sometimes with stats like this, again, on there's never really too much of a clarification to everything. But like I said, this would potentially be fire tonight. More or less looking at the styles per se, I kind of feel, despite the Court having more of the overall style and him being more of a grinder type of fighter, I still feel that Ben probably can defend the takedowns more or less, and probably keeping that day with submission game at least. I feel that he'll be the better fighter on the stand-up, displaying his overall kickboxing skills. Probably not sure if he's gonna be really able to knock out Court. He's usually a tough guy to knock out, but I would definitely see more of a streaking stand-up striking kickboxing affair going for 3 rounds. Now you see Ben Saunders and John Court in 2 out of those 3 rounds, lead striking wise, and having enough ground game to keep himself keep himself upright and not getting taken down. And from there, the next fight, or maybe the first fight I should say, and there's Sergio Pettis, the brother of Anthony Pettis, former UFC lightweight champion, now turned average fighter in the UFC, going against John Moraga, the number 8 ranked flyweight in the world, who's going against Sergio, the number 15 ranked flyweight. And Sergio with a 14-2 record, going against John Moraga with a 16-5 record. And knowing what I see from both of these guys, I feel like more with Sergio, he's going to be on the losing end there, because I would choose John. Probably it's going to be a decision sort of thing. If not, I definitely see John knocking out Sergio if they choose to stand it up. Which should probably really happen on that. It's more of a striking for this sort of a fighter. He does, Sergio does have explosives. But I tend to, well, I shall say, I tend to think he goes a little too wild up there when striking. It's kind of everywhere. And not on, and not on the sharper technical end of his brother. Because it's so more of a sharper because they do shit train together every damn day. I don't see how he is, not as freaking better striking with, Anthony, or at least on the same level as Anthony. But somehow he's not to me. I feel like Moraga, despite him being so much more of a brawler type, I think he'll have more of the power to throw around Sergio and rattle him around, possibly knock him out. But now I can definitely see Moraga going the decision. But my pick though would be Moraga for knockout. It was to bleed now, the co-main event evening. Joe Lozon going against Machine Hill. And what is UFC versus Bellator special? If I be correct, the Polak and Machine is 22-5. He's a former standout, uh, former standout welterweight, somewhat welterweight, most a lightweight fighter after this one Bellator. And if I'm correct, his team in at least in the early days, Bellator was going on to win their Bellator tournaments multiple times. This back then with Bellator was doing a tournament format. And Nephi Shirley's going on to fight for the Bellator lightweight title. At least once or twice. Wow, we got Joe Lozon over here with a 26-13 record. A long-time UFC standout. Definitely a veteran of the lightweight division in the UFC for the better part of 10 years plus. Going long. Not to mention, the fighter is talking about under the nickname Mr. Freaking Fight Night Bones. So, for this freaking record display again, freaking Fight Night Bonuses, whole source of submission to night bonuses. At least you can say that with Joe, but he's always in the same fight, that much so in the boring sense. After that said, looking at more of the styles and shit, look at it's gonna be more of the submissions. More of the submission bouts since both of them are submission guys. This is gonna be probably coming down to striking now. I believe Joe has more of the better striking than what Machine Hell has. At least when looking at my experience, looking at both fighters watching. I'll go with Joe to probably win by decision. And now we reach towards the main event. There's BJ Penn going up against Yadier Rodriguez, the number 10 ranked featherweight in the world, going against the Prado legend and BJ Penn. And as you can see, as I have my hand over my face, I'm about ready to poke my fingers into my eyes, looking at this fight. And the only thing I'm rooting for is I'm rooting for BJ Penn not to get hurt badly. That's all I want. Pretty sure BJ could do all the training once. But it's just Yair by what the fuck ever. I definitely feel for him not knocking him out. All I can hope for is Yair by decision. Even though I wouldn't mind in submission. Just to break his arm down. Just to come in the armbar or something. And maybe get him with a leg lock. Don't just punch him in the head and try to bloody him and get another concussion. I'm not sure BJ could take that at the age of years. Trying to train hard though. I can't really go with BJ this time. And not even to diss with BJ though, because he's one of my favorite fighters in there. But it's just him fighting at the current age he is and still trying to kind of catch that old flame, or at least trying to go out in style. I mean, I somewhat understand him trying to go out in style, especially from the last 3 fights that we've seen him in. It's been total embarrassment, a total shell of what he used to be. I just want to hope for the best for BJ. Yeah. I kind of want to be tempted to say DJ gets a miracle win, but just for the best thing for me, I'm really rooting for him not to get hurt too badly. That's about it. But despite that being said, y'all is probably gonna go in there and fuck up BJ, probably fucking punch his lights out and shit. Probably leave a blade battle. And then go in there for the red neck and submit him. Probably second round submission. Maybe first. It's gonna be very quick. And now, with that being done, we got through with that good bit. I think I might chat along a little bit some of the interesting tidbits and news that you haven't heard on there. We've been having regressions moving along with Floyd Mayweather and a possible boxing match with a certain two-division UFC champion. Back to it again. Kind of hard getting talk about sometimes. But yeah, we have Dana White releasing the news. Or maybe I should start with Floyd first, since it was Floyd kind of first put out on the news later towards me, at least around, should I say, making his rounds on the ESPN family of shows, and stating about recent progressions on the negotiating terms with him and Dana White, and reaching out to his, kind of going around, or should I say he's been kind of going around, at least on Friday, at least on First Take, kind of one of the more famous influence videos here, and he stated about the UFC basically trying to go in negotiations all for a publicity stunt that he recalls on his part, trying to give that guy Conor McGregor, as he says, more stardom and more publicity off for while he's away. And he initially laughed at the initial offer that Dana made, saying that Dana wanted to give him $25 million for the fight. And with Floyd, his asking price, as he stated initially told him, is at $100 million. That's the starting price. There'll be nothing else lower. And if after the $100 million price is less for him, it's reached from there, then they can start and then start negotiating about other topics. And from there, at least waiting towards the scene on Friday afternoon, Dana White himself just kind of came back with a retort. If you can give me a second, we're going to probably pull that up. Yeah, man. Sometimes it's tough on this internet, I'll tell you. Sometimes it's tough. It's more so his computer. Yeah, at least while this news is waiting up on that. Got my review on here from the game, see if you're not hearing that. Good thing I changed my pick from the Falcons. And saying that they was going to win. Oh, well. I know I'm kind of looking back from the NFL picks video that I did on the V9 show. I kind of briefly stated that I was saying that Seattle was going to win there. But, as you can see, for good reason, probably as I stated earlier, that Seattle's inability to produce points. And Seattle's defense and how they did against the Falcons, which was so that's I swiftly thought and predicted that not so good, not so well. That's them giving up 36 points overall. And also with the Falcons defense, they set a nice stutter and nice rumbling over to Seattle's offense. Well, not to mention it causing Seattle to make all sorts of mistakes. You got freaking Russell Wilson over here tripping at the freaking 1 yard line trying to hand the ball off to his running back. Well, what do you know? Yeah. And a shout out there to the fellow lad on the chat over here with the name Alex Mamba. This guy. Oh yeah, I should be up here for right now. It's finally loaded. But before I get to that, though, like I said, that offense, they could not do anything against the Falcons' defense. I just kind of chilling back now. We just even watching the replay of the game over there. I'm watching the replay. I'm feeling kind of even worse over here looking at Seattle and how they're doing. How they're in the process of getting blown out now. Just while I'm looking at the score now, it's like 26-10. But the total score ended up being, if I'm correct, 36-20. And from the other NFL game that came on, the worst game of the playoffs with the Houston Texans going against the New England Patriots, I will say this, so for the game that started out there, it started out kind of hectic. Oh, that's nice. I didn't get robbed again, Alex. But did your ass get robbed again, though? You can chat on there. I can go ahead and see you answer that. So be it so. Boy. But at halftime, though, it was like 13-14 with New England barely leading by one. All kinds of hectic, weird things happening. When New England's offense stalling, and the defense kept freaking pressuring through. Had a nice game plan going, pressuring through, getting the break like that. And making the offensive line look like a bunch of stubborn fools. They even made the freaking great Tom Brady throw an interception, which is a rarity. But in the end, though, the fruition came to be that Houston could not produce many points on offense. And despite them also kind of coming back and having a little bit of a little scoring answer at the end, the game is still obvious. As freaking the Patriots made their adjustments in the second half. And went on according to their schedule to freaking go through and bash the hell out of the Houston Texans. And so they advanced to the championship game. With tomorrow's games, probably be the early afternoon game, the Green Bay Packers chiming in, going against the Dallas Cowboys. For my pick, which I know Dallas is good at everything, but I'm still going with Green Bay just because I do not like Dallas at all. Despite sort of me having them going all the way to the Super Bowl. But man, I can't go with it though. I can't drive myself to be freaking going on Dallas' side. I got to pick against them, damn it. So I got Aaron Rodgers by God's miracle beating the Green Bay. Well, I'm about to say the Green Bay Packers. I'm over here fucking up. I got, I was trying to say the freaking Green Bay Rodgers beating the Dallas Cowgirls. Probably by a miracle 36-35 score. Nah, the shirt is bleached out, hell. Somebody freaking bleached my shirt, a blue shirt, which you don't bleach blue shirts with. So that's how I got this freaking stain right here. Of course. I agree with you there, mama. At least I got Packers Station going up here and defeating the stacking Cowgirls. And from the game of the week in the NFL, which hopefully the game will still go on. At least as now, there was a freaking ice storm going through Kansas City. And with that, at least at this time, they changed the game to a Sunday night game with Kansas City going against Pittsburgh. It's going to be a really tough game to look at, though, because Kansas City has a great defense. A great defense that freaking causes a lot of turnovers. But they're going against a dynamic offense in Pittsburgh. With freaking that three trio of players that they have with Ben Roethlisberger, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell. So, the only question I have for them is, can their offensive line hold it together? And especially in holding it together in the passing blocking department. How's that so? Well, I'll say this though. If you can wake up probably early around 1 o'clock or so, at least 1 o'clock central, that's when the game's going to start. And you pop on live, and I'll join. You got that, mama? Let's see if it's responsible there, if it ever gets through. And as I was saying, or getting to the other matchup on there, the Kansas City offense, which is about the least worthy of confidence in trying to produce points. Because despite them having a great player in Tyreek Hill, they're very explosive. For him to be the return game and use him in different areas as an H-back and a receiver type. It's kind of hard to trust their quarterback in Alex Smith. How's that sound? Well, right on there. Hey, how about you do that right after I get through with this? Because I ain't got much longer in a sense. And I'll probably stop stalling now. I'm trying to think of ways for Kansas City to win. But it's just not really coming to mind. And for the most part, I have Pittsburgh winning. Probably going to be a close, like, 30-27 type of score. Because I have the feeling, at least I have a feeling Pittsburgh is probably going to score some points along. But they're not going to be scoring a lot of points, so it's going to be getting stalled by the Kansas City defense. But I also feel that the same thing is probably going to be happening for the most part with Kansas City offense going against Pittsburgh's defense. Despite Pittsburgh's defense being a little bit shaky. I got... Ooh, nice. I'm saying we're getting distracted by the game. As I was going to say, I got Pittsburgh winning. And for them to go on and face the Patriots for next week's championship games. And also, as I was saying on the quick bit, kind of found news on it from Modena, where he stated that freaking Floyd was basically a liar. They're saying that he freaking put an offer on the table that paid for him and Connor $25 million. They're saying that he turned it down. And by which kind of looking at this though, I don't know if Dana has something really cool for this, especially trying to state that Floyd is sitting there lying and saying that Floyd needs this money and so he needs this fight. For that part of it, I kind of get Dana saying that though, because it's basically like this. Floyd's already proved that he's a big enough draw to really get paid $100 million since he's had despite being a horrible fight that was Mayweather and Pacquiao, he did get like multiple millions of people to watch this pay-per-view, like at least 2 million or more, for damn sure. I'm trying to think of the whole pay-per-view number. I think the pay-per-view number was probably somewhere like 4.5 million. There's a lot of people watching 4.5 million on pay-per-view nonetheless. And so with that, I kind of feel like Dana's kind of pulling that freaking, stones to freaking grab over here at the end and not really getting anything out of this. And trying to produce and freaking diss at Floyd, which is a little odd. If you're asking who's fighting tonight, there's no fight tonight. But there is going to be a fight night tomorrow night. It's going to be on Sunday in Fox Sports 1. And I'll give freaking Alice here a chance to answer back in a sec. Trying to think here. A slate the NFL coaches a bit higher. Sean McDermott, former defensive coordinator for the Panthers, hired to the Bills. Understandable hire. Trying to get a good defensive coach there, trying to fix up Buffalo's defense. Major question I have for him is how he's going to fix up that offense. The offense, it looks sort of productive. Looks like they got good stable weapons around there, but no, kind of a big question there at quarterback. If kind of think about at least a few more head coaches they hired. Almost all the slots in the field. The only slot that had midfield is the 49ers. They're still looking for a head coach. But besides that, the Rams, if I correct, they hired the offensive coordinator from the Washington Redskins, Sean McVay. If it looks like the youngest man to be head coach at 30, probably going to be 31 around later in the year when next season starts. And there's Vance Joseph, also an offensive coordinator. He's gotten hired by he got hired by the Denver Broncos. Oh, we got the Chargers. I think those are one of the teams. Maybe they're not about. Kind of really hard treatment on that. I know it's Buffalo there. I know it was Denver. There's the Rams. I feel like there were 6. Okay. There's not all coming there to me right now. And probably understandably so for some reason, my memory. But anyway, though, I'm finna cut it short from here. I'm finna lash out through and try to get to reviewing at this video because it seems like something's, I don't know if something's going wrong with it or something's happening or what. But besides from that, though, I'm finna sit here waiting on someone else to give me the answer. Well, if you have anything to say, go ahead and chat now, Mamba. Or if not, I will see you later. And we'll be back streaming at somewhat according to another whatever time that I can get to. I don't do these often, but when I do it, I don't try to usually waste time with it. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Adios. Creditcards.com, where you can find credit card news, advice, and tools providing the office